Head to woodwardsports.com and click on Shop. Get the latest in Detroit sports apparel and exclusive Woodward sports gear. Woodwardsports.com can get the whole team outfitted. Love the Pistons, Red Wings, and Tigers? We got something for you, too. Shop online at woodwardsports.com. Thank you to all the fans for making Woodward Sports your #1 online destination for Detroit sports. We promise not to drop the ball.
Oh, we are almost there. It's this close. It's this close.
Week 0, baby.
Listen, what a great weekend this is going to be. By the way, good morning. How are you? Glad you could join us.
Good morning.
Maz up in the big chair. How about that?
I like being about a big boy desk.
All right, so listen, this is what's going on. KG is not with us today because his extensive services are needed in Flint. A pretty cool event happening this weekend. The Crim Festival of Races up in Flint. So the rest of the shows are going to be broadcasting up in Flint today. We are here because the festivities start later. We are here, so shout out to KG. He's not with us, but he'll be out with the crew the rest of the day. JB's here. Maz is here. Listen, you've got that event up in Flint. You got the Tigers back home tonight. I'm going down to the ballpark tonight. Can't wait.
Should be a good one.
You got week 0 tomorrow, and I think maybe JB and I are the only ones that are in pants are coming off position. Like, it's just, like, for me, seriously, my cider mill opens tomorrow at 10 a.m.
Mine too.
Right?
Yep.
It's beautiful. Then you got real college football. I have to make a side trip up to Michigan State at some point in time to bring some of the heavy stuff for my daughter. And we got the last exhibition game. Thank the good Lord. Enough. Enough.
And we got the watch party.
Yes.
And the pregame.
All day.
All
day.
year.
So we got you covered. Lomas Brown is going to join us this morning.
Yeah, Lo.
Low, of course, in the den. He should be in the Hall of Fame. I hope that he eventually is one day.
He will be.
And he's another guy. He knows what they just get through this game healthy. That's it. That's the only thing I want. I'm not looking for anything else. Stop making a mountain out of meaningless games. I'm so done with it.
Giants won last night. 42
Oh,
points.
wow.
42 points.
Although it was beautiful to watch a certain quarterback throw a touchdown on the first play of the game, JB.
That dart to dart.
Did you happen to see that?
Did you happen to
I
hear
love
what happened
Jameis. I love
on an
Jameis.
off mic? Ryan Fitzpatrick's there for Amazon. They go to the commercial. Jackson Dart had a good game again. And they're all saying, oh, he's great. He's going to be terrific, blah, blah, blah. Off mic, someone forgot to turn the mics off. And Ryan Fitzpatrick says, I don't see this guy. A Giant fan shouldn't be excited about this guy. His delivery's slow, blah, 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 blah. And, of course, it gets on live television. People hear it. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. There's a rule, and I think we all break it once in a while. You better shut your mouth when you go to commercial, just in case. And, keep it clean. That's it. Keep it clean.
It really is.
But he dropped his pants.
It is. And my boy Jameis, come on. Come on. I was singing the national anthem the entire time. It's great to see James. It means nothing. It's just I'm at that point right now where it's like there's no pretend. There's what are you looking for out of tomorrow's game? No, you know what I'm looking for? Please, for the love of God, stay healthy. Please, I'm begging you. I'm begging you.
Glasgow got banged up a little yesterday.
Yeah, you know what? It's interesting. There's lots of things to talk about in regards to that. Something that we were talking about earlier in the week, the whole 3 quarterback situation. Dan Campbell was talking about that.
He sure was.
Do you keep 3 quarterbacks?
No.
Is that I'm going to say it again, all right? And I know that there are Hendon Hooker guys out there.
Me.
I'm pointing right at JB. I got the pick. I understood the pick, et cetera, But JB, before we hear from Dan Campbell talking about the potential of keeping 3 quarterbacks, you guys, there are other roster spots, right? Mm-hmm. And some good battles going on, and I don't want to see...
We want to keep 7 receivers.
I don't want to see the Lions release some,
receivers.
integral part. But with that being said, all right, JB, I hate to put you on the spot, but I'm going to do it anyway.
What's up?
Give me a reason outside of Brad Holmes took him in the third round that the Lions should keep Hendon Hooker.
Just for depth purposes, if anything, just in case. I mean, I don't believe Goff is going to go down. Knock on wood.
You mean death, not depth.
Depth. Depth. Knock on wood. Goff does not go down. But are you really super extremely confident in Kyle Allen just coming in and thinking that everything's just going to be okay?
No.
I don't think so. So that's why I at least say keep Hendon Hooker around for that break in case of emergency type of deal that, could, hopefully it doesn't, but it could happen.
So is there anything out of Hendon Hooker's game that would dictate it's Hendon Hooker that should be that guy?
Aside from what you've seen in college, he obviously hasn't shown that in the games prior to this, but if anything, it's just another body there that, hopefully maybe you're looking on the waiver wire or free agency, the scrapyard to try and pick up someone as soon as, cuts start happening. But as of right now, I'm keeping him until I find someone better.
Yeah, you know what? I think what you just said is the route that I would probably take. If God forbid that scenario happened, okay? God forbid that scenario happened. Don't you think you could get somebody off the scrap heap?
I do.
I could get another Hendon Hooker off the scrap heap. You know what I mean?
Are you cool with Carson Wentz? You okay with that?
Yes.
Yeah.
I would take Carson Wentz over Hendon Hooker every single day. I truly would. And I don't like saying that. I can't stress this enough. You guys, I liked that pick a lot. And I liked that pick for the reasons that you gave. I saw what he was in college. He was dynamic. He really was. And I thought all that product of the system and that only worked because he was with Heupel stuff. I thought it was a bunch of junk. I did. If you can play, you can play.
Right.
Right?
You know it.
There have been no levels of comfortability or really anything that's made you go, okay, you know what? We need to give this kid a chance. We need to give this kid a chance. And like I said, I'm of the opinion, I could be wrong, I think the only reason that he has stuck around at this point is he was a third-round pick and they're going to give him a little extra rope.
Amen on that. That's a fact. That's really, right now, the only reason that he's on this team. And, look, cuts come this week, and we're going to find out. There's going to be a lot of good people let go from this team, especially this team. And around the league, there will be a lot of bodies out there, and a lot of bodies move around. What was that?
Tommy DeVito.
Yeah.
Because
Tommy DeVito probably be let go.
4 quarterbacks. Come on now.
He threw for 3 touchdowns.
Oh, gosh.
Tommy Cutlets.
Oh.
Sean, you don't want Tommy? You don't want Tommy
I'll
DeVito?
take Cutlets over Hendon.
I'll take him over Hendon.
Yeah.
That's the worst part. For me, I can't keep trying to justify Hendon Hooker's existence on what happened in college years ago now. You know what I mean? I can't, I'm not there. Show me a little something. And I think, honestly, JB, if he had shown a little something, I don't think we're having this Kyle Allen conversation. I really don't. But, again, part of the reason I think you got Kyle Allen, you guys, that was a read the tea leaves moment last December. It was. Okay, it's December 26th. You're this close to punching your way into the playoff, and this franchise thought, well, just in case it might be a smart idea to go get a high school football coach as our backup quarterback. I don't think there's such thing as reading too much into that. You know what I mean?
He did know the playbook, though.
Yes, that helped. Yeah. And I would hope that Hendon Hooker did after a couple of years on this team. But
you would hope he'd be able to get under center more comfortably. And that's an issue because the kid took everything that he did was in the shotgun. And this team, the Lions, are the last team to use the shotgun. They'll use it, but they're the most team that uses the under center snap.
Yeah.
Play action pass, handoffs, the whole 9 yards.
Yeah, well, wait. I mean, that's going to be one of the things you talk about. It is a nice problem to have, though. Can I remind you? So many of these camp battles that we're talking about are questions like that. Well, gosh, are we going to keep a 6th receiver? Gosh, who's our 3rd quarterback, if any, going to be? We're not that far removed from this franchise being like literally the poster child for woebegone franchises, where we literally were trying to find out who's going to start here, who's going to start there. The depth on this franchise, I will take this every single day over the alternative, where you live through this, where you're going, oh my gosh, do we have a problem with one or two of our linebackers?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, who's going to be that third DB? Oh my gosh, what are we going to do at that guard position or whatever? Look, this roster is solid. Guys, there's a reason why they're one of the favorites again. Vegas came out with some updated odds yesterday. We will get to that as well. So please don't think I am so high on this team. Yes, absolutely. NFC champions is what I expect. I really, truly do. And we're at the point, I'm going to say it again, where this is success or failure. If you win the Super Bowl, you had a successful season. If you don't win the Super Bowl, you didn't have a successful season. I want this. I embrace this. I love this with everything inside of me. But we still have to have these conversations because, yeah, roster spots are key.
Amen, man. And you're going to hear from Dan Campbell and others. Listen, you saw what happened to this team last year. They lost 23 guys off of defense. 23. All right, so the practice squad is there for a reason. They increased the practice squad over the last 2 years. There's more guys available on that practice squad, and that's where you're going to find your third quarterback. And I don't think it's going to – maybe it's Hooker. If he goes through waivers, and I think he will go through waivers, then they could sign him back to the practice squad.
Why would anybody pick him up?
Right.
For the same reasons.
He hasn't shown anything.
Right. For the same reasons, JB, that we're saying, okay, this guy doesn't really deserve to be a third quarterback. Why would anybody look at him right now and go, yeah, you know what? I think we can do something with him. Now, unless you decide that you're going to put him in those positions of comfortability and have him be that quote-unquote shotgun system type quarterback. So to that point, yeah, maybe he sticks around. Yeah, maybe you fire him on a practice squad or something like that. But my goodness gracious, there's no reason based on his play why he should be here. There just isn't.
If you're an odds maker right now, you are making the odds, I would say 25-1 against him being on this roster. 25-1. Because, like I said, you're going to hear from Dan Campbell. He's going to want to keep other guys because of last year. Last year, they have PTSD from last year.
So let me ask you something. Let's think about the positions that we were talking about, okay? Just who would you rather keep, Meeks or Hendon Hooker?
Meeks.
Who would you rather – and this is I'm totally showing my biasness, okay? Anthony Pittman or Hendon Hooker?
Pittman. Defense.
Right?
Defense.
Yeah.
That's where we're at right now, okay? You know,
over an emergency quarterback? Of course.
And listen, I know there's a contingency of Hendon Hooker guys out there, and JB, I say that with respect. Yeah. And I was one of those guys, but I've always kind of prided myself on the hey bro, it's nothing personal, it's just business.
That's it.
Nothing personal, just business type of approach. And I think there are things that make more sense. All right, we'll get into some of that sound. Again, we are going to be joined by my old partner, Lomas Brown. He's going to come on, talk a little bit about what he's seeing out at camp and some of the seasonal expectations as the Lions finally and mercifully end this exhibition season facade. All right,
go.
JB, where are we going?
You got to hear from me over at Mad Packs, but we do have a bunch of super chats.
We do.
Jump in, fellas. Jump in.
Shout out to everyone sending them in. $5 from Ryan's reaction. He said, I want the cheapest backup QB in the league. Put that money elsewhere. If golf goes down, tank for a higher draft pick.
My man. I am just not. I'll go off the street. Okay, Carson Wentz, okay. You're probably not going to see the field anyway, right?
Tommy DeVito.
Sure, whatever.
Jake Fromm.
Steve DeBerg, 75. Go get Steve DeBerg.
Steve Berline.
Kids, look it up. Kids, look it up. He was the original professional backup. He really was.
He sure was.
We got another $5 from Silas. He sends in. He says, taking Hendon was a double down on an 11 in blackjack. Then the dealer turned a 6 into a 21. I still take the Hooker pick. 10 out of 10 times.
I know people are going to crucify him for it.
I know.
You know, if they cut him, all right, which I think that's how it's going to end. If they cut him, oh, great job, Brad. 3rd round pick. Sideless, I'm with you. It was worth it. It was worth it. And I will take the good that Brad Holmes has done and compare that to a miss there, and I'll be sitting pretty.
Yep.
I'll have a nice stack of chips sitting in front of me if we play that game.
Do you think Broderick Martin makes this team? That's another 3rd rounder. Pascal, who is not going to be with this team for a while now. They say. Those are the rolls of the dice you took.
This is what real NFL franchises have to go through.
Yeah.
This is, I mean, you are going to make decisions to let go of some guys that might have value.
Yep.
I like it this way.
Me too.
I like it this way a lot.
Me too. Remember when a lion will be dropped, he would probably be out of the NFL.
Oh,
back in the day.
So many
Just
times.
like the coaches.
Once
you coached the Lions, you were done.
So many times.
And we got one more from Dante151. He sends in $9.99. Says, can we get a quick Jerry Jones update? Because former Lions Allen Robinson reposted a clip of when Emmitt Smith had a contract dispute with Jerry Jones and said it reminds him of a certain player today.
Micah Parsons.
That was
that was something.
We've all been watching that. That is a really good watch. Like honestly,
America's Team, guys, on Netflix.
That is a really good watch. It's funny. I've said this 100 times. We were just talking about this before we went on the air. When the Lions, and I'll bring this up to low, when the Lions knocked off the Cowboys in the playoffs. Okay. The Melvin Jenkins pick 6 was the loudest I've ever. Honest to God, there was like it hurt. I'm not joking, and it was so funny because like they showed it in the video, and then Pat Summerall, you know, in that Summerall voice.
Oh,
they're gonna blow the roof off this place, John.
I've never heard anything louder.
It was so damn loud. It was incredible. What a fun day
what
that
a great
was.
home field.
More fun days are coming. There's no doubt about that. And it does hit more when you're at home. There's no doubt about it. I will say it for the umpteenth time. I want them to be the number 1 seed. I want them to be at home. I don't give 2 craps, though, compared to going and winning a Super Bowl. Do it on the road. What the hell do I care? That's the ultimate goal, and that's where we're at as a franchise.
I like it on the road. I save money by not buying tickets for those home games. Go on the road.
All right, and before we go to break, just 2 more quick super chats because they just came in. $1.99 for Flannels Bulge. Straight to you, Sean. One more sleep.
Isn't it great? You know what? I'm like a little kid. I won't sleep tonight.
You should be Sean's Bulge.
No,
on
listen.
the chat.
Well, you're going to see my book because my pants are coming off tomorrow morning. Listen, I'm not joking. I'm not going to sleep. The mere fact that like I'm going to be sitting in bed dreaming about watching real college football tomorrow, man. What is it? It's 20 straight Saturdays now. We'll get some kind of variation of football, something for 21 or I forget what
Throw
the
some
exact
Fridays
number is.
in there too.
Oh my gosh, it's just absolutely beautiful. I'm with you.
And finally, this one last one from Shy216. Some breaking news. Beasley has beat the gambling allegations by the FBI.
Oh, sign him.
Really?
Let's sign him.
Really?
I love Malik. Bring him back.
Is that legit news, really?
We'll double check it.
Yeah, we're going to double check that.
If that's true, man, let's go, Pistons.
Welcome back.
Welcome back, Malik.
Come into my bosom. I have a way that you can make some money.
Yeah.
You want to play for the Pistons, Slugger? Huh? Do you? You can make some money that way. All right, JB, what do you got?
All right, we got to hear from Mad Packs because Mad Packs is the hottest new cannabis brand, and they partnered with us here at Woodward Sports. They launched their new products back in May. They are available at select retailers right now. You got the high-low getting you high for the low. Everyone's favorite, that Boom Shakalaka, the live resin-infused tarantula that is the bomb. Blizzard Packs, THCA, Moon Rocks that hit like a blizzard. Stay tuned with us here at Woodward Sports for all your cannabis updates and details.
Hey, Tony, what's up, bro?
Same circus, different clowns.
For sure. You want the usual, the big zip?
You know me too well.
I threw a little something extra in there for your ma.
Oh,
Hope
man.
she's doing all right.
Ay, guy, sei un santo. You're a saint.
All right, buddy, we'll see you next time, okay?
Grazie.
Every Every Sunday, there's only one place to get all your kneecapping, hard-hitting Detroit Lions coverage. Start your Sunday with the Lions Weekly Report with Broder and Terry Foster. Then, the Lions pregame show with Neil Rule and Sean Baligian. At kickoff, keep it locked in for all the emotions of the game with a live watch party with the heavyweights. Then, recap the game with the Lions postgame show with Anson. Game days, there's no other place to be than Woodward Sports. Live all game day. Go Lions.
How do people feel about getting a Planet Fitness membership for $15 a month? How do they like working out in a clean and spacious gym that's filled with equipment for every workout? And how about free fitness training in the judgment-free zone that leaves them feeling energized all day long? Join Planet Fitness today with the free PF app, online or in club, and start getting that big fitness energy for $15 a month.
Hey, listen, I can't think of a better way to celebrate week 0. Why don't you go check out a Detroit original, legit Detroit original, and that's Buddy's Pizza. And they've got some outstanding things to take you into the best season, and that, of course, being football season. They want to brisket, brew, and rendezvous with you. Try the new barbecue brisket pizza, the barbecue chicken salad, the refreshing Buddy Brew summer shandy, and, of course, the super summer sundae. I can't think of a better thing. Maybe sitting there getting ready for Iowa State and Kansas State. What better way to celebrate Ireland than getting yourself a Buddy's Pizza? I don't know how it coordinates, but here we are. It doesn't matter the correlation. Buddy's Pizza is good anytime. They are so much more than pizzas. The things we discussed, they've also got smash stacks now. It's a square slice of burger, smash stack, full flavor. Try that thin crust. It is money. You're going to thank me later. Honestly, a dude hit me up and he was like, you were right. It's all the Buddy flavor, half the crunch. Only at Buddy's Pizza. This is the important part, though. I know. Get your eyes off that food, all right? I want you to look right there. See that? Right there. Save 10% on your entire order. All you have to do is use promo code 10MEAL. Yeah, you can get it to go as well. You know, to watch Week 0 football tomorrow. Buddy'sPizza.com.
Those poor people in Ireland should take that pizza with them.
Oh, my gosh. You guys, listen, it is the worst food I've ever had. And that breaks my heart as an Irish lad with Irish family there. It is the worst. There's nothing. Like, I heard people talk about England before. I've never been there.
Right.
Okay.
That's another one.
I'm telling you right now, it's the worst gosh damn food I've ever had.
Poor people.
It's absolutely terrible.
That's why they drink a lot of beer.
Whiskey.
Like
I'm not joking. There's like you know how there's tea time?
Yeah.
There's whiskey time before you have your meal.
All right.
Wow.
That's why I kind of like it. I'm not gonna lie.
That numbs their taste buds.
So from Shams, okay? Who was that in the chat? Thank you for making that.
Shad.
Shad 216.
Hey, thank you seriously, because when we're on the air, you know, we're talking to you. It's tough to figure things like that out. This comes from Shams. Malik Beasley is no longer a target of the federal gambling investigation conducted by the Eastern District of New York.
Yes.
His attorneys, Steve Haney and Mike something, told ESPN. This potentially reopens free agency for one of the NBA's top shooters. And thanks to Dante for sending that out as well.
Let's go.
Good. Outstanding.
I'm happy for the guy. He's had some money issues.
No question.
He's had money problems.
No.
You don't want to see that happen to anyone, especially one of you guys here, one of your favorite athletes, a guy that loves being in Detroit. He spoke about it, and he's a hell of a player. Sure, maybe he didn't have the greatest playoff in the world, but there were a lot of people that didn't have a great playoff.
I will
bring him back.
Listen, there's always the outcry when you can't figure out how somebody who had an $8 million contract, for example, runs into financial difficulties. Let me tell you something. As I've gone on in life, and Maz, I don't know if you've experienced the same thing, it is amazing how people don't have money management skills. People I know that aren't doing so well have these same problems. People don't know how to do it. And I honestly, This is something different because it is being alleged that there were some gambling issues and et cetera, et cetera. But money management skills, man, honestly, teach yourself now. Get your discipline now. Because the shit's going to hit the fan at some point in time in your life. I don't mean to get up on the soapbox, but the shit's going to hit the fan at some point in time in your life. It happens to everybody. And you know what? When you have some of those money management skills, man, it's so much easier. It's so much easier. And hopefully, you know what? He can get a nice big contract here in Detroit.
Yep.
Here in Detroit.
Hopefully.
And whatever issues are ailing him, he can start to pay off that debt, man. But it happens more times than people think, dude. It really does.
You see him working out when you see him on his Instagram. He's still in his Pistons gear. I bet you he would still like to be here. Bet you a lot of Pistons fans would like to have him here. Pistons had a contract ready for him. I doubt they're going to pay him that much now, but why not? Bring him back. He could only help you.
Yep, no doubt
back.
about it. Listen, we're going to talk to Lomas in a second. I know we promised that we're going to play some of the Lion sound. We will get to it. We'll probably get to it after Lomas, though, because we have Lomas coming on in a couple minutes. Also, the Eric Dickerson stuff, did you send that yesterday?
I did.
Dude, that blows my mind.
Yep.
If that can be proven, oh, my gosh.
He was on the Dan Patrick show. And should I just tease it?
Yeah, tease it.
He basically said the NFL, and he has this from a great source. This is Eric Dickerson, Hall of Famer, saying he had it from a great source, that the NFL told their teams to not draft Shedeur Sanders. And the Browns.
And I'll tell you this much here, what I heard from someone that's in the NFL, that the NFL told don't draft him. Do not draft him. We're gonna make an example out of him. And this came from a very good source, And he said that, I won't say who, somebody called the Cleveland Browns and said, don't do that. Draft
Really?
him. Yep, draft him. Don't do that. Because they weren't going to draft him either. They weren't going to draft him.
People that said he got railroaded.
Listen, something was going on.
Yeah.
There was no, okay, we can have debate about Shedeur the player. We can, all right? But when you saw so many other quarterbacks go before him, there was something going. If they can prove that, oh my gosh.
And you know Deion's not going to rest. Deion will not rest until he uncovers this. I promise you that.
I don't care who it is. That was brutal.
Yeah.
That was I don't care what your feelings are for that poor guy. That was absolutely brutal. We thought Aaron Rodgers was bad. That draft day was bad. Or way back in the day, watching Spindler at his house waiting to be drafted.
Spin dog.
There was no justification. I hope everybody, even if you hate the Sanders scene more than anything, I hope nobody out there could say, I can justify where he went that far in the draft. There was no justification for it.
No.
None.
And you heard Mel Kiper. Mel Kiper was on his soapbox the entire time. And Mel Kiper was like, this is unheard of. This is bull. This guy is one of the best quarterbacks in this draft. And for this to happen, it's a sin. He was the only guy. I mean, I think ESPN was even in on this. I do.
Unbelievable. All right, listen, JB, you want to take a break here because I know we got Low coming up?
Yeah, we can take a break.
All right, we got to take a break. Always appreciate you guys jumping in the chat. Super chat, you guys go to the front of the line. As I said, we're going to try to get that more involved. We're a little short-handed as of course, the whole crew's up in Flint today, but we're still rolling all day. Lots of Lions stuff. We're going to go heavy Lions today, so stick with us. More preseason rankings of where people think the Lions are going to be. I don't even get worked up about it anymore, though, Maz. I don't. I know this team is good. I know this team is going to compete for an NFC championship.
Bring it on. Bring on all the hate.
Call them the 10th best. I couldn't give two shits.
They do.
All right, where are we going, JB?
We got to hear from Maz at Black Rock.
Oh, God, I could do that. I wish I could go there right now. Looking for dinner plans at Sizzle? Head to Black Rock Bar and Grill, home of Steak on the Stone. Listen, mention Woodward Sports, score an exclusive 20% off your total food bill. All you got to do is mention Woodward Sports just for our listeners and the guys that are watching us. Do not miss their daily deals. Tasty Tuesday, Thursday Steak and Scampi, and one coming up, Sunday Sips as well. And if you love dessert, Check out the new summer flavors menu, the pineapple brulee cheesecake. They crack it right at the table. Don't forget to enter all of the giveaways. You heard what they gave away. Traeger grills, helicopter rides, tickets to the home opener. They did all of that. So get on Black Rock right now. It's not a meal. It's an experience only at Black Rock Grill.
And prizes than Woodward Sports. You don't believe us? Here's our latest $10,000 winner.
You know, you guys posted, hey, if you guess all this stuff right, you know, we'll give it's $10,000. I'm like, okay, well, why the hell not?
And the winning doesn't stop there. How about our Outkick Your Coverage winner?
How do you think you won? We got
Tully, everybody. This guy's got a hot girl.
Bigger prizes, bigger giveaways, cash, merch, tickets, and more. All from the biggest sports network in Detroit. No one does it bigger and better than Woodward Sports. Make sure you're following, liking, subscribing on Instagram, Facebook, X, and YouTube for your chances to share in the winning. From Detroit's #1 sports network, Woodward Sports. Big injuries, big news. Twice a week, Dr. Jeff Pierce from Michigan Sports and Spine joins Woodward Sports Network for the Injury Insider Report. Big D Energy Tuesdays at noon. Braylon Edwards and Shep Thursdays at 3:30. Get expert analysis and in-depth breakdowns on the latest sports injuries from the man trusted by top athletes in the community, like D-Mac. Whether it's the Lions, Pistons, Tigers, or Red Wings, Dr. Pierce talks us through it all. Don't miss the Injury Insider Report with Dr. Jeff Pierce, your go-to source for understanding the impact of injuries on the games and players we love. Only on Woodward Sports Network. Scan the QR code on the screen or go to MichiganSportsandSpine.com to see if Dr. Jeff Pierce can help you. Love Woodward Sports? Love wearing clothes? Then you should be wearing Woodward Sports clothes. Check out our full line of merch at WoodwardSports.com. Just click on Shop. We have all your favorite designs, like Dan Campbell kneecaps, Woodward Golf, and of course, our own logoed out merchandise. Men, women, infants, kids all love Woodward Sports. Impress your friends. Impress your boss. Impress your dog. Buy Woodward Sports merch today. A ton of fun, a ton of sports, and a ton of man meat. Welcome to the Woodward Heavyweights, live daily 5 to 7 p.m. on Woodward Sports.
All right, sports fans, whether you're hitting the game or simply chilling at home, Jars Cannabis has you covered. Jars is home to Michigan's largest line of recreational cannabis products, 27 locations across the state, 9 alone in Metro Detroit, so you're never too far away from a Jars store near you. But don't fear, because if you live in Grand Rapids, Madison Heights, or Milan, Michigan, stores are popping up your way very, very soon. Check out all their products in-store or online at jarscannabis.com and sign up for their Instagram as well, too, at Jars_life, because I know you want to get high.
How do you know?
Because I know.
Because tomorrow's week 0. That's how he knows. That's how he knows. Get some cider down your gullet. Are you kidding me?
Are you plain cider, or do you like those flavored ones that they have now?
I'm a huge fan of, the regular cider, obviously. But that hard cider is just money for me. Like, it really is. It's and I was never one of those guys. But man, those hard ciders are just outstanding.
They're nice. Even the wine too. If you get some little cider wine at Pacific cider mills too. Yeah. Mix those together, the wine and the donuts. Hey, nothing wrong with that.
Ooh, I kind of like that. All right, hopefully we can catch up with our guy Lomas Brown, of course. Lo does a radio show at WJR, and he's on the Lions Radio Network, of course, the analyst, along with Dan Miller. Hopefully we can get on the same page there. Speaking of the same page, we've talked so much about this week, and I brought it up Monday. It's like that Oprah thing, right? You get a roster spot. We're so busy handing out roster spots, okay? Well, it doesn't work that way. It just doesn't. You know, there's the conversation of do you keep an extra wide receiver? Do you keep an extra linebacker? Do you, in a perfect world, yeah, okay, whatever. We picked the guy in the 3rd round. Brad, you want to save some face or whatever, even though he's shown absolutely nothing. You want to save some face, so be it. But the reality is there are still some hard decisions that need to be made about this roster. Not like back in the day. Not like, oh, geez, who's going to start on our left side? You know what? You're talking about some more depth positions. Dan Campbell with some comments on what keeping 3 quarterbacks might do.
Well, that's exactly what it is. You lose if you do that. You lose depth in D line or O line or receiver or defensive back or linebacker, or you get the point. So how important is that relative to the other positions? You know, and what's hard is, you know, look, you can call it what you want. When you have a year like we did last year, you get affected a little bit by it. You know, it has an effect on the way you think, and you know, depth. You know. We got to make sure that we have the depth.
Guys,
PTSD.
Like what Dan just said, okay, you think it's bad for us?
You talking about depth?
Yeah, right? You think, honestly, you think it's bad for us? Like, I don't care what anybody says, all right? And I've used this false bravado, like, for months now, going back and doing the show with Terry and Broder on the weekends. Make sure you check that out, by the way. Lions Weekly Report rolls 8 a.m. on Sundays. Miss the boys. They do a great job, okay? There's no possible way that the Lions can endure the injuries that they had last year, right?
Nobody can.
There's no possible way. I say that with full conviction and also admit to you with false bravado, because I'm terrified of it. We all are. And if we're sitting there thinking that, what do you think those guys are thinking? What do you think those guys who are spilling the blood, who are spitting out the chiclets, what do you think those guys are thinking? Man, we had it all together last year. That was a magic year. Everything came together. And then, whether we wanted to admit it or not, and I still say, all right, when I was on Big D Energy in December, there were people that still didn't want to admit it to themselves. Didn't want to admit it. And I was a bad guy one day because I said, guys, seriously, you can't have this many injuries in the National Football League. You can't. Yes, of course you're going to get into the playoffs. Yeah, you'll probably win a game. How'd that work out? But you can't overcome that type of attrition. You can't. So, as Dan said, I think that punctuates the feelings that so many of us are having right now. It's a great idea, but what about the depth? What about instead of going every week in the National Football League? People don't understand this. Maz, I know you know this. There are legitimate tryouts every week. Every Tuesday, they bring guys in. Every single Tuesday. All right? Let's see what this guy has. Let's have this guy kick. Let's see if we can add this guy, etc. We legitimately pulled guys off the street last year, man. I would love to not be able to do that this year. I would love to have an extra DE, an extra linebacker, whatever the case may be. So, yeah, in a perfect world, keep everybody. It doesn't work that way. There are roster restrictions, and the Lions have some tough, difficult decisions to make because of that.
They certainly do. And like we said, like you heard Dan Campbell, he's got PTSD from last year. And when Amik Robertson went down in that playoff game, that's when the dam broke. That was the end of it. He comes out of the game, and Katie barred the door. You couldn't stop Washington. You could not stop anything. So when it comes down to it, you're going to need more help. And I would think you probably need more help on the defensive side of the ball. The offense, I think, is pretty damn solid. I know I'm politicking to keep an extra wide receiver. You know, in my heart, I would like to see one of these rookie kids make the team. But in my head, I know it's against the odds or against it. I might want to see Anthony Pittman. I might want to see Broderick Martin. I know he's having a pretty good preseason, by the way, but that's preseason. I wouldn't mind seeing these guys stick and try to help this defense going forward. You're still down Malcolm Rodriguez. He's not going to be ready for a while. You know about Aleem McNeil. He did talk to Dave Burkett yesterday, and he said he's ahead of schedule, which is nice, but his schedule was November. So if he can come back in our favorite month, October, before Halloween, that's gold, man. But we'll take it. But this offense is rock solid. You probably want to keep an extra guy or two on the defensive side of the ball.
And you have guys that we brought in as draft picks that you know are going to be part of the rotation.
Correct.
I mean, like Tyleik Williams.
Yep.
I mean, Tyleik Williams, not only is he going to be part of the rotation, but I'm one of those guys. I am so excited about him. I think while we talk about all our cute, shiny pieces with this team, for whatever reason, I don't know if people are talking enough about what this guy might bring to the table, but Hutch was talking about that and about Tyleik Williams.
Yep.
Which young guy have I been impressed by? I think Tyleik has made a lot of strides, Tyleik, I mean, he's such a great prospect coming out, so I think how he's been able to evolve as a player in this camp, and, I've been working really close with him just because a lot of times we're next to each other on the field, so communication's got to be on point, and you see it on a week-to-week basis. You see the steps, and that's really important.
So another thing that I don't know if people have done a real good job, and I don't mean in mass, but I've had conversations with people where some variation of this line. Okay, you ready? And I'm sure, well, the Lions have all this space. Why don't they use it? Are the Lions being cheap? Are the Lions being cheap?
You mean cap space, right?
Yeah, you've heard some variation of that, right?
Second most cap space in the league.
You guys, you know why they have to save the money, right? Mm-hmm. Because a lot of these young players that we worship and adore, when their contracts are up, they're not just going to stay here because they love the culture. Doesn't work that way. They're not just going to stay here because, well, this is great, and Dan and Brad, and I love this town, and I'm Detroit for life and everything. It doesn't work that way. That's a fantasy world. These guys are going to want to get paid. And we've got a lot of young, talented players that we're going to have to pay them to get them to stick around. One of them, of course, is Hutch himself. Hutch talking about a potential extension.
Yeah, I've kind of been pretty hands-off in the process. I kind of think the business side can take away from your love of the game a little bit, and that's kind of the reality of the NFL. And I have a lot of people in my close circle that do deal with that. And so my main focus is out here playing football, playing this game I love. So,
When you expect an extension to happen throughout the season, or is that something we can expect after the year?
I'm not really sure. Yeah, you can ask those guys up there.
Here's the thing. I totally believe him. I totally believe him that isn't even part of the process.
He knows he's going to get paid.
Yeah.
And, we all said, hey, let's wait. Let's make sure he can come back from this injury. Look, he got injured at Michigan. Now he got injured with the Lions. You saw his leg. It was like a rag doll leg. Let's see if he can come back. He's come back. You've heard the Hutch rules. You've heard that they have to keep the play going even though he is ready to sack the quarterback. Even in these dual practices with Miami and now this week with Houston, they still have the Hutch rule in place because he's beating the hell out of the offensive line so much that the offense wouldn't have a chance to continue to practice. They're like, all right, you got the sack. Keep going. Keep playing. He's back, guys. You heard Dr. Pierce for the last year say that this guy he's got the wherewithal. He's got the internal mechanism to make himself even stronger than he was. So this guy is going to get paid. Do not worry about it. Hutch, just go and get that quarterback for us.
Wild boar season loading, man. I firmly believe it. Just a wild, uncontrollable boar loading. No doubt in my mind. Don't think for a second he hasn't heard some of that chatter, Maz. And because of that, there's a little extra chip on the shoulder as well, and I'm here for it. I love every second of it.
Amen.
By the way, I say it again. Sometimes I don't think we think from the player's perspective. I brought it up about Dan, right? And that, oh, no, the injuries and all that. You don't think that they feel that? You don't think that they realize that? We talk about the playoff loss. I'm not joking. I was gutted that day. I was absolutely gutted that day. No two ways about that. What do you think the players felt like? How about Jameer and Monty talking about just that with Ryan Clark?
I think it would be more difficult to be right on the cusp and not make it, right? To be in an NFC championship and have a lead in the second half and not win it. To be the number 1 overall seed and have 12 damn defensive players on IR and not be able to get a stop. How difficult have the last 2 playoff losses been for y'all?
That first one was hard, I ain't gonna cap, man. Cause like, I played a big part of that, you know, cause I came out fumbled. So they scored right after that, then chain of events happened. So I think I started that. So I held that one on me for a long time. Then I know Demo talked to me after, was like, just let it go. We'll be back next year. That's in the past, like, no, you can do it better now. So he was helping me get over that for a little bit. And last year, I mean, just it is what it is. You know, stuff happens. So
when he was being hard on himself for the fumble in San Francisco, or what made you go to him and say, hey man, you gotta let that go?
I mean, it's evident enough, but Jameer is, if not now, will be the best running back in the league. And it's no like guess to it. That moment was my opportunity to let him know, one, how much I loved and I cared for him as a person, because I know what that can do to people. And 2, I also needed him to understand that, like, this is a small fish to what, like, of how important he is gonna be to us. And I've seen people not shake that kind of stuff. We need Jameer. We all know that. And if I was to sit there and allow him to fester, and him being a rookie, sitting in there and fester on something that he don't do, I was gonna be let him down as a teammate, but like let him down more as a brother. Like let him know, like, I got you, whatever. Like, I'm taking him against anybody. You know what I'm saying? So it was more so like a learning moment for him to like understand, like, I can grow from this, but in the same breath, like, bro, let that shit rock out, bro. Right. You a dog, bro. You gonna be a dog to the end of it.
Hold up. Limitless. Good stuff. Ryan Clark's got a good podcast.
He really does.
Yeah.
It is, you know, the funny thing is, though, and just hearing the initial, that first one hurt, but don't worry about it. We'll be back next year.
Opposite of what Dan Campbell said that day.
Okay. and hey, that second one hurt, but don't worry about it. We'll be back next year. Right?
Yeah. This ain't the 90s Lions, the one that went to the NFC Championship and then fell out of the playoffs and got blown out by the Dallas Cowboys. What was that, week 2 or 3?
No, it was later. It was
later?
Yeah,
they got,
November.
You said they got
37-3.
And what did they finish with that year?
5-11.
After going to the NFC Championship, they went 5-11. This team, no way in hell that would ever happen to this Lions team.
Maz, I was at that. It wasn't even 37-3. It was worse.
It was a destruction.
I think they got over the 50-yard line one time, and it was late in the game when they got the field goal. I mean, it was gross. It really was.
Just to break the shutout, right?
I will say this, though, and you made reference to it, okay? What Dan said after the Frisco game, and he got so much shit for it, okay?
And I believed him.
I agree with it 100%.
Yep.
You guys, it's not that easy.
Nope.
It's not that easy. Do I expect this team to climb the mountain? I do. I really, truly do. I'm not. I hope you guys know me well enough. I'm not going to sell you something if I don't believe it, okay? I'm going to tell you, if I don't think a team's good, I'm going to tell you, okay? That's always been my MO. But I will also add with a caveat, all right? Do you think Cincinnati Bengal fans felt that way? Do you think Lamar Jackson and the Baltimore Ravens felt that way? Do you think the Buffalo Bills felt that way? Don't worry about it, guy. And I'm not even talking about the Jim Kelly Bills, okay? No. The 4 straight Super Bowls. I'm talking about Josh Allen. Like, honest to goodness, Lamar hasn't been to a Super Bowl, man. Josh Allen hasn't been to a Super Bowl, okay? Joey B went to 1. And this is a team that struggles to get to the playoff now.
Yep.
It's not that easy. Now, do I think that our roster 1 through 53 is better than those other rosters? I do. I absolutely do. Okay? But with that being said, you know the one thing we all have in common? Well, I mean, Joey B went already. None of us have been to the Super Bowl.
No.
It's not that easy.
Look at the road they took 2 years ago to get to that Super Bowl. They went from a 3-win team to a 9-win team to, what did they win that year, 11? And then they go to the playoffs. They beat the Rams. They beat the Bucks. They get to the 49ers. They go up 17 points on them in Santa Clara, and they let it go. You know how hard it was to get to that point with this team? That's why Dan Campbell at the podium was ready to break down, because he knew how hard it was and how everything had to fall in place. I mean, you barely beat the Rams. Barely. The Buccaneers, they gave you everything they had as well. But you were better than them. And then you were better than the Niners. And then bad things happened. You heard Jameer. He fumbled. Brock Purdy was running around like an idiot. Kindle Vildor hit off his helmet for a touchdown to Ayuk. It was gross. Everything fell apart. And for him to go to the podium as a player, former player that was here for 0-16, he knows how hard it was to get to that point, lose a 17-point lead, and not make it to the Super Bowl.
And it's harder for a franchise like this too, Maz, because I one of my biggest complaints for the last forever years in this business is I think we as Detroit Lion fans make a critical mistake of comparing the Lions to the Lions. Not the way the National Football League runs,
right?
Okay? Not the way that other real franchises run, okay? We compare ourselves to less than football. And we glorify the mediocre days. See Jim Caldwell era, right? Oh, that was so much fun. No, it wasn't. It was miserable. It was miserable.
I can still see him fiddling with his belt.
And then you know what? Well, it was better than the Patricia era. Well, that's great. I can drink arsenic or I can have toxic waste. Either one's going to fucking kill me. That stuff would make me pull hair out of my head. And I always said, you know when you'll get it is when we finally get a winning franchise. You don't see people glorifying that great Jim Caldwell era anymore because of that. But Maz, to that point, all right, you have a scenario now where we won more playoff games in a week than any of us had seen in our entire lifetime.
Facts. We saw one up to that point.
In 1 week, we won 2 playoff games. We beat the Rams. We beat Tampa.
That's it.
I remember looking around going, wait a second, this is weird.
That doubled what we saw.
I don't have to glorify being in the stadium anymore on January 5th or whatever the hell it was, 1992. I don't have to talk about that anymore. Literally in the top row. Yes. This is what real franchises do. And now what real franchises also do is they overcome adversity. I use Kansas City. Why not compare yourself to Kansas City?
Why not?
Why
you
not?
can now.
Why not? Why
the only
not?
thing missing is Pat Mahomes.
That's what I aspire to be. I want to be a Kansas City team that loses a game in week 12 and people are going, gasp, I can't believe we lost to Aiden O'Connell and the Raiders. We just don't have it this year. And these guys are just like, are you kidding me? Is this real? Like, honestly, that's where your mindset is. That's where we need the Lions to be. And that's where the Lions are going to be this year. I believe it.
Listen, we have a real franchise now.
100%.
We have a real franchise. Keep your quarterback up and healthy, and sky's the limit for this team. And they will draft a quarterback one of these days to sit behind Jared Goff, learn, and become your next quarterback. But for the next 3-4 years, this team has got nowhere to go but the Super Bowl and win it.
Hey, we're late for a break. Can you believe it? No, no. Legitimately, we are late for a break. So, yeah, I know that's a stunner. By the way, JB, as one of my buddies, just sent me a text. Like, legitimately, I think you will appreciate this.
What's up?
25 hours and 4 minutes until the cider mill opens. I just letting you know. That's all. For those who celebrate. For those who celebrate.
Who don't?
I don't know how you couldn't celebrate week
don't?
0. I don't like. I know there's some pushback, like, oh, there are no games on. They're real football games.
That's 2 ranked teams playing at noon tomorrow.
Right.
They're 2 ranked teams.
They're real football games, man. I want real football games. I do. JB, where are we going to go?
I got to tell them about the Massage Chair House, but some super chats to clear up and
Yes,
some
sir.
not super chats as well, too. $5 from I Didn't Say That. Sean, because of you, I'm looking forward to college football. I mean, like D2, D3 type of stuff. I'm talking about Idaho versus Montana, the Sun Belt, the 12 a.m. kickoff.
I love it. I'm serious when I say this. You've probably made Neil, or you probably heard Neil make reference to this. Like Neil and I routinely like text each other going, are you watching this fill in the blank game? Using your examples, this Vandals game, this Sun Belt
Air
game,
Force.
this Matt game, like all hours of the day. It was really funny. Like last Saturday when everybody was over my house, like Neil and my wife were talking about it. My wife was like, oh, you're the guy he's texting at 1 o'clock in the morning.
You're the girlfriend.
Right. That's it. You know what? It really is. It's the Jake from State Farm thing. Who are you talking to, Sean?
Does Neil send you
Jake from
pictures?
State Farm.
Neil? Sometimes we take pictures of our pants laying on the ground. Just our pants, though. I'm not saying that there's anything lewd and lascivious in there.
Of course not.
But like, hey Neil, I just wanted to show you my pants fell off like 5
There
feet
they are.
away. But no, I'm with you. I'm glad that you bring. I love D2 football, man. It's fantastic. I've had really the privilege of calling those games for 16 years. It's fantastic. That starts for me September 4th, and we're in the backyard of the best conference in football. Seriously, the GLIAC is the best conference in football. Make no mistake about that.
Watch out for Grand Valley.
You got it. We're going to cover that. I know their coach really well. Good
know
dude.
you do.
Good dude. I'll leave it at that.
We got another $5 from Silas. He says, all right, let's lighten this up. Chiefs went to the AFC conference game, didn't win a playoff game for 5 years before getting over. Saints lost in 2007 and took 3 years.
That's what I'm talking about. I want to be the Chiefs. You're absolutely. I didn't even know you sent that when I said that, so I didn't mean to steal your thunder. Yes, I don't want the panic-stricken bitches around here going, that's it. We're 11-6. There's no way we can win a Super Bowl. We're going to talk about this run forever without a Super Bowl. No. This isn't just a Smith. There is a really good group of guys in here that if it didn't happen last year. And you know what? God forbid it doesn't happen this year. But I'm with you. I want to be the Chiefs where I don't give a crap if we lost some Week 11 game. Dude, a team that loses to the Carolina Panthers can't go win the Super Bowl and say dumb shit like that with no factual backing up. Because, yes, teams do win Super Bowls like that because they have the moxie to turn it on when they absolutely have to turn it on. Yes, 1,000 times yes to that.
You do got to admit, when that 49er game happened, there had to be a part of you in your deep, dark soul that said, yeah, I guess that's it.
That day, no.
No?
No. Nope, that day. Do you know?
Even when it hit Kendall Vildor's face mask for a touchdown?
Do you know what like? Honestly, I had the same feeling that I had about the 2006 Tigers, which has changed.
Yeah.
Which when the Tigers lost in the 2006 World Series, I swear to God, I did like a post-game show that night for hours, and I wasn't mad at all. I was not mad at all. That was just the beginning. It took them 5 years to get back to the playoffs.
Yep.
It took them 6 years to get back to the World Series. We never got the payoff, okay? So over the course of the last 19 years, my feelings about 2006 have completely changed. So let's revisit this, man.
Sure.
If 10 years from now, we all know definitively the run is over, I'm probably going to run to the bathroom and vomit bile. Thinking about the Frisco loss.
Okay, but let's
really
wait. But let's wait.
Yeah. There's a lot.
Let's win a couple Super
because
Bowls.
that's the way I feel about the 2006 World Series.
I
now.
got you.
It didn't bother me at all that day.
But
I
it does
swear to
now.
God. Oh, it hurts my stomach.
But 13 is worse. Yep.
I'll swear and
Yep.
I'll say bad things, and I'm not going there. 2013 took part of my life.
They had that
that was the team.
stinking Red Sox.
That was the team.
They had them.
That was the team.
It was.
I'm telling you that took time off my lifespan.
To lose the Big Papi Sunday game and then come back and lose 1-0 at home.
They had every opportunity to win that fucking series.
Yep.
Even Game 6.
Yeah.
Iglesias' brain. Don't get me started. That sounds like a good fantasy team name, doesn't it?
Yeah, why not?
Iglesias' brain.
I like that. Sean, someone who is not with us with the whole cider mill thing, the DJC. This is not a super chat, but still, just throwing this out there. Cider is effing August still. What are we doing,
dude? Listen, I'm with you. If this was August 10th, I think I'd give you more validity to that.
Yeah, that's still summer,
right? It's August 23rd. There's real college football being played, and by the way, next week, week 1, in my mind, one of the most action-packed week 1 schedules that I can remember. Now, let's see if it plays itself out. But, dude, I don't give a shit what day it says on the – hey, by the way, it's August 30th next week. Does that mean you're not in? Like, come on, it's one of the most unbelievable – like, I love that schedule so much next week. So, yes, God bless you. You don't have to celebrate. I will be celebrating, and I will have no pants on.
By the way, you know what today is?
What is today?
It's my dog's 11th birthday.
Is it really?
Happy birthday, Jeter. He's listening at home.
Hugs and birthdays. I told you, I took my birthday off all social media because of him. No, I did. You think I'm joking? I did. I took my birthday off of all social media. No, so nobody says happy birthday anymore, and I'm all the better for it. I'll give you a hint. I was working that day, and nobody here knew that it was my birthday.
What month at least?
I'm not telling you.
Just a month.
And like, I was so happy because it's like, thank God, people aren't going to come up and hug me
listen, Sean,
and tell me happy birthday. I'm a grown man.
What month at least?
I'm not telling you.
God. All right, first half of the year or second half of the year?
I'm not telling you.
Bitch.
I don't know what to tell you.
What's the date?
I have, like, I'm not joking. I have strict orders for my kids. I said, don't you damn say a word. Don't you damn
I'll get
say
to
a
Jack.
word.
What's the number?
I'll get
What's
to Jack.
Don't you damn
I promise
say,
you, I will get to Jack.
Don't you damn say a word.
I'll see Lauren on campus at MSU.
All right.
I'll get her.
Any other chat things we got to get to there, JB?
No, let me tell them about the Massage Chair House, because if you're looking to upgrade your relaxation game, check out the Massage Chair House in Bloomfield Hills, Michigan, the largest massage chair showroom in the Midwest, with top brands for massage chairs like Infinity and Osaki. Located near the corner of Woodward and Long Lake Road, experience luxury comfort with Dr. Eric Duncanson, the Wellness Doc, creator of the top YouTube massage chair review channel. Book a visit at www.massagechairhouse.com or scan that QR code up there on screen. Massage Chair House, your ticket to ultimate relaxation.
Hey, Tony, what's up, bro?
Same circus, different clowns.
Yeah, for sure. You want the usual, the big zip?
You know me too well.
Now throw a little something extra in there for your ma.
Oh,
Hope
man.
she's doing all right.
Ay, guy, sei un santo. You're a saint.
All right, buddy, we'll see you next time, okay?
Grazie.
Hunting season is almost here, Detroit, and your Lions are on the prowl. Make sure you're locked into Woodward Sports for all the Dan Campbell reactions, Jared Goff touchdowns, Amon-Ra first downs, Penny pancakes, Kirby picks, Gibbs big plays, and of course, Jack Fox's leg. Stay locked in on all your Lions coverage right here on Detroit's #1 sports network, Woodward Sports.
How do people feel about getting a Planet Fitness membership for $15 a month? How do they like working out in the clean and spacious gym that's filled with equipment for every workout? And how about free fitness training in the judgment-free zone that leaves them feeling energized all day long? Join Planet Fitness today with the free PF app online or in club and start getting that big fitness energy for $15 a month.
We don't like to brag that we are the toughest sports network in Detroit, but we do have a guy named Darren McCarty on our side. Woodward Sports.
Why do we fight? We fight to protect the innocent, to hold the powerful accountable, to bring the oppressors to justice. Why do we fight? We fight to secure and preserve our civil liberties, to get each and every one of our clients the justice they deserve, and to make the lives of real people just like you whole again. ThenFights.com.
The Tigers are the best team in baseball. Get the best coverage in Detroit right here on Detroit's #1 sports network, Woodward Sports. Every Scooble start, every green homer, and all the action can be followed on all of our social media. Make sure you like, subscribe, and follow on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube. It's World Series or bust, Detroit, and we are here for the ride. Woodward Sports.
Sundays in Detroit just got smoother with Sun Cruiser Vodka Iced Tea and, of course, Woodward Sports Network. I'm so serious when I say this. I do not like talking about things that I don't enjoy, okay? So the things that I talk about when I'm talking about this stuff are things that I enjoy and things that I actually, well, I'm a customer, right? This stuff is the real deal. Real vodka, real iced tea, no bubbles, just a clean, crisp sip that won't fill you up on game day. Only 100 calories and 4.5% alcohol. It's perfect for tailgates, couch gates, or wherever you're watching Detroit football. So this season, let the good times cruise with Sun Cruiser and Woodward Sports. You guys, try it. Just try it. I'm telling you right now, you're going to be pleasantly surprised, and please drink responsibly.
I'm sensing March 14th around for your birthday. That's what I'm sensing. I'm just
I know
throwing it
what
out
you're
there.
doing. You're trying to get me to say you're close or
I'm
you're
throwing-
not close, and I'm going to say nothing.
I'm throwing it out there.
No.
I don't think you're close, man.
You're a Pisces.
Nope, I'm not gonna.
Okay.
I'm not gonna do it. All right. So Maz teased this earlier. All right. Again, you guys, can you, every one of you, admit that the Shedeur Sanders drop was quizzical? Okay, you don't like him. I get it. There are more people out there than you could shake a stick at. Did I think he was the #1 pick that people were saying? No. Okay.
Mel Kiper did.
I know he did. I did not think, but with the premium being placed on quarterback in the National Football League, and some of the bozos over the years that have even gone later in the first round, Shedeur Sanders was Christian Ponder was a first-round pick, for goodness sake, okay? Shedeur Sanders, there was something going on. I am not going to go as far as Eric Dickerson, but I don't know how you could argue that maybe, just maybe, there was something going on. This is a pretty serious allegation. Because obviously there are a lot of things that could come into play here, tampering, et cetera, But in case you missed it, Eric Dickerson told the Dan Patrick Show that NFL teams were legit told not to draft Shedeur Sanders.
And I'll tell you this much here, what I heard from someone that's in the NFL, that the NFL told other, don't draft him. Do not draft him. We're gonna make an example out of him. And this came from a very good source, And he said that, I won't say who, somebody called the Cleveland Browns and said, don't do that. Draft
Really?
him. Yep, draft him. Don't do that. Because they weren't gonna draft him either. They weren't gonna draft him.
DVD. I believe him. That's a Hall of Famer talking. He's not going to say something if he doesn't believe it's true from the guy who told him. And obviously, it looked very shady from the get-go. And you saw it. Shedeur had his own draft room. He put himself out there. And he had the prank call from the former Jets coach, his son. And it was bad. It was ugly. And Mel Kiper was all over this thing on television. He was like, I can't understand this. This is not right. This guy is still the first guy on my draft board, and they didn't draft him until the 4th round. And someone told the Browns and the Haslam family, don't draft him. Jimmy Haslam, the owner, came out and said, Remember, it came out about a
Oh,
month and a
yeah.
half ago.
Oh, yeah.
And he said, that wasn't my pick. We left it up to the general manager. I think it was Andrew Berry. Left it up to the GM. That was his pick. And I watched SHEDEUR the first week he played. He looks to me like he's a quarterback. He looks to me like he could definitely make it in this league. And I know it's preseason. It was week 1. I get it. And he'll play more tonight. But I think this kid can play quarterback. And what happened to him was pretty shady, Sean. No doubt about it.
You know, it as weird as it was day one, as weird as it was on that first day of the draft. And if you guys recall, we had a great time at Buddy's in Detroit that night.
Oh, so much fun.
That was a blast.
So cool.
My kid was down there, and you know, he's partying and have a good time, and I see him and Spenny off in the corner, and I'm like, no.
Spenny, stay away from him.
No. You got to graduate yet. You know, you're like the freshman. You know, you can graduate to Spenny levels, but no. So as strange as it was for him not to be taken day one, there was no doubt in my mind he was going to be taken day 2.
Of course.
None. 0. I remember we came in here, if you guys can't remember, Bischoff and I did a show day 2. And it was just like, okay, so when SHEDEUR Sanders going to go?
What did Scotty think of him?
It's kind of the same thing as me. I think there was too much hype about him. I do.
Okay.
But do I think he's an NFL quarterback? I do.
Hell yeah.
I do. The people that were saying that he's a franchise elite type quarterback, I don't believe that. I don't. You know, it wouldn't be the first time I was wrong either.
Right.
But my gosh, do you draft a guy like that? Of course you do. Of course you do. So surely he was going in the second and third round. When we went into Saturday, that's when the red flags went up for me.
And then the Browns took Dylan Gabriel before him.
It's unbelievable.
And then they came back. What do you think they came back and took him for? When he already, that's
Value?
the oddest draft pick.
Value? That's the only, BPA?
Is it like the Hendon Hooker pick for him?
He was the BPA at that point in the draft, beyond a shadow of a doubt.
No
right?
doubt. That's at least what Mel Kiper thinks.
Oh, I think so. I think so at that point in time. So, boy, that's a serious allegation, though, man.
Yeah.
That's a real serious allegation.
Do you believe it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Where there's smoke, there's fire.
I do.
Yeah.
There's no justification. JB, what are your thoughts on SHEDEUR?
I mean, I like him as a quarterback. Obviously,
He likes Hendon Hooker.
Oh,
sorry.
That's true.
I didn't mean that, JB. That was not nice.
SHEDEUR is obviously better than Hendon Hooker, but obviously I like SHEDEUR a lot. I just think the NFL didn't want the drama that he was going to bring with him from college to the NFL. Like, they've already been through the whole Deion phase and everything that went on with him. So it's like, all right, if we bring this guy in here, is he going to be the same type of person? I mean, hell, the man has his own private area for his draft party. So, like, what can you expect to bring to the table to the NFL? Like, you don't want that kind of drama right now. I think the NFL is headed down a perfect path that they're like, we don't need this extra BS.
You know what? I want to ask somebody if there's anybody in the chat, and I'm just, again, just be honest, okay? You don't like SHEDEUR. You think SHEDEUR is hot garbage. You thought that there was way too much made about him at Colorado, okay? Fair enough. I can't say that you're wrong, okay? Would you at least confess that it was eyebrow-raising that he went where he went in the draft and so many guys went in front of him? And I think, because I heard from a lot of guys after the fact about that. Look, I didn't like the guy. I don't think he's good. I don't think he's an NFL quarterback. But compared to the dudes who went before him, because, I mean, there's some weird names that went before him, okay?
Dylan Gabriel.
Right? Listen, at that point in time, yeah. You have to think that there was something quizzical going on.
You have to
man.
remember the combine. Remember the interviews. He killed his interviews, and what I mean by killed, he went in there and basically told them, "Look, I'm the goods. Just sit back, maybe put his feet up on the table." Remember? Yeah. They hated him in his interviews, and GMs were leaking these stories. And I remember doing a show with Braylon, and Braylon was like, "Look, I've been through this process before. This is a blacklisting of this kid. They blacklisted this kid from day one. You don't leak stuff like like that prior to the draft, unless there was a team that wanted to draft him and like sneakily draft him. But for him to fall to the 4th round, this kid was completely blacklisted.
Yeah,
no doubt.
I can't. There's no other justification. I think even if you're one of those guys, I can't stand him. And by the way, you know what? Is all three of us have been watching this. I don't even know what the name of the doco is.
America's team.
America, the gambler and his Cowboys.
The gambler and his
whatever the hell
Cowboys.
it is.
Jerry Jones.
Do you know what generations after us will never quite understand? How incredible Deion Sanders was.
Oh my God!
He
was a hired killer.
I don't think that.
Be like Prime, baby.
That's one of those. That's one of the. I'm a Lamborghini. Like when he was talking about that on the show, I just started giggling.
He tripped and then caught up and passed the pass to defend it.
People will never sometimes you hear about a guy, right? And I don't think if you're a younger person, I don't think you'll ever understand how good he was. Like legitimately, he took half the field away. Like when he went to Dallas, the loser playing on the other side of the field, legit loser, I might add, who also happened to win a Super Bowl MVP. Okay, anybody who played on the other side of the field got a ton of interceptions because guys didn't throw his way.
No,
guys just, legit. Took away half the field. And if you kicked to him, you were slitting your throat. He'd return a punt. He'd return a kickoff. I don't think people – he was one of the most exceptional players I've seen
Played
in the National
World
Football
Series
League.
for crying out loud and was instrumental in the World Series. This guy was unbelievable. Do you remember what he told the Lions when he was coming out for the draft?
Yes.
He's like, Detroit better not draft me because I'm going to ask for – X amount of money. Do not draft me, Detroit. They didn't. They took Barry Sanders. But still.
Yeah.
He told them, stay away. Thank you, Packers, by the way.
All right. We are getting to that point in time where you're seeing more of this stuff come out. And for whatever it's worth, the Herd came out with their top 10 teams entering 2020. I'm not going to
hierarchy.
Listen, I'm not going to get worked up over shit like this. I'm so serious when I say that. Like, even if you're one of those maniacs that says, you're going to do the Bears thing again, that was so adorable last year. Well, you're going to do that again, or Minnesota or Green Bay. I know what this team is. I'm in a different place mentally. I'm serious. I don't feel the need to stick up my chest and go, oh, yeah, I think you're showing us disrespect. Right? I don't. JB. Michigan State, okay?
Yeah.
The first couple years that D'Antonio got him going, there was disrespect.
Oh, God,
After that, I just laugh at you.
Pride comes before the fall.
Okay, that's cool. All right. So how much are we going to beat you by this year? Like you guys want to pick a number and things like that. So that was kind of because I knew what they had and I knew how good they were. And I'm at that point with the Lions right now. I swear to God, this doesn't bother me in any way, shape, or form. But for what it's worth, is that what it's called, the Herd hierarchy?
Yeah. Colin Cowherd. Here he is.
The Herd's top 10 teams entering 2025.
I can read them all for you because at number 1, you got the Eagles. Number 2, the Bills. 3, the Ravens. 4, Broncos. 5, Chiefs. Number 6, the Seahawks. 7, the Commanders. 8, Rams. 9, Packers. And at number 10, our beloved Detroit Lions.
Now, he started with number 10. And the way he described the Lions were, here's a team that lost their 2 coordinators. Not just regular coordinators. I'm almost quoting them. Great coordinators that became head coach. That hurts a team. And he said, look what happened to the Eagles. And then I remember what you said. The Eagles won a Super Bowl when they changed their coordinators. Colin forgot about that. That's how
nobody fact checks.
Right. That's how he
That's
described.
my biggest problem in this fucking business.
That's how he described why he picked the Lions at 10. Because of the coordinators leaving.
You know what's funny? We keep making reference to this. So we're all in. I don't know if you guys have watched this. We're all in on this doco, right? This Cowboys doco.
Yep.
All right. Have you guys caught this yet? Do you know Dallas lost their offensive genius, Norv Turner, their offensive coordinator?
Yeah, he became a head coach.
They lost their defensive coordinator, Dave Wanstedt.
Yep, became a coach.
And they lost their head coach. Their head coach.
Jimmy Johnson.
And though it took a year to win the Super Bowl after he left, they won the Super Bowl.
They could have won 4 in a row.
So
yeah, being honest.
You guys can fact check me. I believe they won 2 without their 2 offensive coordinators.
Yeah.
I don't care what anybody says, and I'm not diminishing what AG and that other guy did here, okay? Players make plays.
Yep. Talent.
Players make plays.
Talent wins.
I'm not saying that you can't. You know, the Eagles learned the hard way. There were 2 rounds of it, Maz.
Yes.
They learned the hard way. They hired a couple of disasters,
Yep.
and then you know what they did before last season? They hired 2 new guys as well. And I sat here a year ago and said, I'm sorry, guys, I think the Philadelphia Eagles are still a threat because of the talent they have. And full disclosure, a lot of people around here and a lot of people in the chat bomb me. Sirianni lost the team.
Yep.
They're done. Okay, now in fairness, did I think they were going to win a Super Bowl? I did not. I did not think the Philadelphia Eagles were going to win a Super Bowl. I thought that they were the Lions' biggest threat. I said it. It's documented. I felt it. Okay? I'm sorry. The coordinator chat is just that. It's just chat. Talent wins in the National Football League, man. It does. I'm sorry. It does. And that's not to say, again, that these guys didn't do a good job here. I won't say the other guy's name because of where he's at. But again, are you guys new to this? Did you forget that the Philadelphia Eagles legitimately last January hired 2 new coordinators? Now, I'm not going to get worked up over it.
You're not. You already are.
The reasoning bothers me. Can we talk about? I don't get the whole Packer thing. And the funny thing is, I'll say it again, most Packer fans that I know don't get the whole Packer thing.
He's got the Seahawks.
That's the one I'm talking about.
Seahawks.
Please explain that to me.
I can't.
JB, you got anything?
I can't explain that either.
They got Sam Darnold as their quarterback. Not even Geno Mahomes is there anymore. He's gone. Geno's with the Raiders. They got Sam Darnold as their quarterback. I don't see how they improved. They let DK Metcalf go. How are they improved? I know they got K9. They got some other good receivers. They got Jackson.
Cooper Kupp.
They got Smith and Cooper. Yeah, they got Kupp. They got Smith and Jigba. They got nice talent, and they gave the Lions all they wanted last year because they're a pain in the ass for the Lions. But the Lions still beat them. They beat their ass on that Monday night game. I don't see how they are number 6 on this list. I don't see it. Eagles, Bills, I got no problem with that. Ravens are always going to be knocking on the door. Broncos at 4?
That's
no
really
way.
high.
No way in hell are the Broncos at 4. And I know you like Bo Nix. And Sean Payton loves Bo Nix. They got some talent. But there's no way the Ravens are a top 5 team. No way. Excuse me, the Broncos. Then the Chiefs, Seahawks, Commanders. Okay, they're cute. The Rams, Packers, we beat them twice. And then the Lions. So it is what it is. We've beaten the Rams 2 in a row. We're beating the Packers how many in a row? 4? 5? This is what it is. That's one man's opinion.
Whatever will we do? Seattle lost their coach. Whatever will we do? I just think, by the way, in case you were wondering, because somebody brought it to my attention, because they made the same mistake that a lot of people do. The Eagles got rid of 2 different sets of coordinators.
Correct.
They hired Kevin Patullo, okay, as their offensive coordinator for the 2025 season. He was a brand new coordinator, for what it's worth, okay? Kellen Moore was the coordinator.
Now a head coach.
Whatever will we do? That's the stuff. I'm sorry. It just doesn't make sense to me. And you know, it's easy if you don't win, then you could talk about the coordinator, right? Now, I've seen scenarios like Joe Lombardi came in here and thought he was the smartest guy in the room and really screwed up that window for the Lions in the mid-teens. He did. You know, I'm going to take a square peg and try to fit it into a round hole.
But he was a Lombardi.
Well, you got to remember what I did with Drew Brees, okay? Well, Matthew Stafford is not Drew Brees. The smartest coordinator is the guy that takes the players that he has, and he makes his system fit to their skill set, not the other way around. Because players make plays, okay? The system does not make plays. Players make plays. You don't tell a player, hey, you know what? I want to take you out of your comfort zone because this is what my system calls for. No. You know what you do? You accentuate their positives and you try to eliminate their negatives, right? Jared Goff, the secret's out, guys. Jared Goff doesn't like pressure. Now, before you say the time-honored and lazy, I might add, well, what quarterback does like pressure? There are quarterbacks that deal with pressure better than Jared Goff. That is a factual statement.
Especially up the middle.
Especially up the middle. So you know what you do? You protect the guy up the middle. You give him a lot of different check-down opportunities. Wow. Wait a second. I'm playing to a guy's strengths?
What?
Huh. That's crazy. What? I'm asking my quarterback to be what and who he is, as opposed to saying, well, Lamar Jackson does this.
By the way, he got hurt.
Who, Lamar?
Lamar.
Did he really?
Hurt his foot. The Ravens said it's no big deal. And then later I started to read it's a little bit worse than they thought.
No.
It's a foot injury.
Well,
Watch out.
This is. You know what's interesting? I think this is again, Maz, why we say that I don't think they're going to get away with that week off between the exhibition games and the season. Because if anybody's nicked up, you know, you in essence have 2 weeks to heal.
Yeah.
You know, let's say you play a game on Friday, you have the next weekend off. I mean, you have 16 days to get yourself right. I don't think they're ever going to get rid of that. I'm not arguing with you.
I
I'd love
was
it.
going to say maybe move up the preseason.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I want to play on Labor Day weekend.
I'm cool.
But move the preseason up into the fourth week of July.
I still can't understand for the life of me why college doesn't load up that Sunday. I don't get it.
The NFL will take it away from them anyway.
I don't
look what the NBA did on Christmas Day. That's their day.
More on that in a second.
Not anymore.
More on that in a second. Yeah. Until they take it away, that's what I do.
Yeah.
All right. We are gonna own Labor Day. We are gonna own Labor Day Sunday.
Yeah.
Like literally. Okay. You guys don't want to play. All right. So. Yeah, whatever. I don't care where the Lions are ranked. I don't.
It's one man's opinion. Right?
I don't. That doesn't mean anything to me. I think when you come up with bad logic, that's where I have the problem.
That's why I had to tell you his logic.
Yeah,
it was the coordinators. That was his logic.
That's where I have problems with that. Speaking of Christmas Day, it's
going to be jam-packed.
It is legitimately just a sporgy that day. And now that the kids are older, I can enjoy it. Because back in the day, like I can tell you.
You had the host.
I always.
Yeah.
And it was just like, it was kind of on, but I didn't get a chance to do it. Now they kind of know that we're going to be plunked down on the couch watching the game during those festivities. Do you have that Christmas Day sports fan list?
Christmas Day is going to be fun.
Look at this.
Look at that. Oh, my gosh.
The Lions and the Pistons both playing on Christmas Day. Wow.
Isn't that lovely?
Christmas Day
Sorry, basketball, football,
used to be
basketball,
way
football.
back in the day, it used to be almost a dead day of sports. And you could enjoy the kids and open the presents. But it starts off with Cleveland and the Knicks. Then it's the Cowboys and Commanders at 1 o'clock. 2:30, you got the Spurs and the Thunder. 4:30, Lions and Vikings. That's all we care about. 5 o'clock, Mavs and the Warriors. The Rockets and the Lakers after that. Broncos and the Chiefs on a nighttime game. And then the T-Wolves and the Nuggets. I thought it was Pistons were playing on Christmas Day. I guess that's my bad. But Knicks and Cleveland, not bad.
I like for the life of me, I can't understand how somebody couldn't like sit and watch sports all day. Like I'm not being funny, and it's, you know, I know it's easier said than done for some people. Like I've had the greatest excuse for the last 30 years of my life. It's my job. She can't argue with it. She tries. It's been a long time since she made that argument.
Sean, it's Montana. You don't need to talk about Montana.
How do you know that?
Someone might want to talk about it. You
Right.
never know.
So you know what? Somebody brought up Montana and Idaho in the chat earlier.
See?
There you go.
Wouldn't I look like an ass if I didn't know the first thing about it?
You would. Are they the Grizzlies, by the way?
You can't do that to me and the Vandals.
The Vandals. That's
Actually-
Idaho State.
Actually surprised that this will be the first Christmas day that I will actually get to sit and watch basically all of these games, because I'll be at home working from home apparently on Christmas Day, because usually on Christmas Day I have to bounce around the family's houses and obviously get food plates here and there, exchange gifts, but this is the first holiday that I will actually get here and actually sit to watch all of these games.
Wow. Good times, JB.
I had to.
Good times.
Was it? Gosh, the other years run together. 2025 or 2000. I had to do the Lions pregame on Christmas.
Yeah.
And that I'm not going to lie.
Was that the Broncos?
Yeah,
Yeah.
That kind of sucked.
It does.
That
It
sucked.
does. This is an away game, at least, but it should be a pretty damn good one. Now, you remember, well, you wouldn't remember, but back in 1971, 72.
I've heard about it. It was
the Chiefs and the Dolphins. Went to double overtime. It was a playoff game on Christmas Day. Went to overtime. The Chiefs were not even playing at Arrowhead yet. They were playing at Memorial Stadium. They were the favorite. The Dolphins were the upstart team. They came back. They won that game. The Dolphins went to the Super Bowl for the first time ever under Don Shula. They lost to the Cowboys that year. But I watched a playoff game, Sean, on Christmas Day, 1971. That's something.
Wasn't that one of the greatest games
one of the
ever?
greatest games ever.
Yeah,
Yep.
that
Gary
was,
Upremium in double overtime won that game.
by the way, Idaho State Bengals.
Oh, so
Idaho's
Vandals.
the Vandals. Yeah, Idaho's the Vandals.
Got it.
I
got a Vandals hat at home, a winter hat.
Do you really?
Yeah.
Dallas and Washington is fantastic.
It is.
I'm sorry. I'm old school. I say it all the time. Like, for me growing up, that just reminds me of 4:00 in the afternoon at my little house in Livonia.
Yep.
That was. It just seemed like that was always the 4:00 game, and Madden and Summerall and
always.
Are you kidding me? Yeah. You're just not going to compete with the NFL that day.
No way.
I can't wait to see how they just get throttled that day. The NBA. You can't.
They have no shot anymore.
No.
They could try. It's cute. You can wear your Christmas uniforms.
Well, but
it's not going to even hit the radar.
The NFL at some point in time just decided they weren't going to be nice to anybody anymore.
Nope.
They did. Because if you remember, I mean, JB, you might even be old enough to remember, they used to kind of defer out of respect to MLB around playoff time. All right, well, you know what? We won't have a Sunday night game this week, all right? The NFL just does this now to everybody.
Basically.
Really? I mean, really, that's what they do. They just you know what? Like Barry Switzer did when they showed him. I was dying.
I like Barry Switzer, by the way.
87-year-old man, and they introduce Barry Switzer, and he goes like this and flips off the camera. I'm going, son of a bitch, dude. This guy's something else.
Do you not like him now, watching that? Don't you? I love him.
I always liked the character that he was. I did. And especially for college football, I miss characters in college football.
Of course.
I do. I miss
It's
characters.
vanilla now. It's pretty vanilla.
It is.
Pretty
So
vanilla.
that's why, some of these guys, like I can't stand Lane Kiffin. I cannot stand Lane Kiffin.
Yeah, he's kind of annoying.
But yet I love Lane Kiffin. If that makes any sense. He trolls people, he talks shit. I like those villains in college football. I miss those larger than life personalities. I really truly
Great for
do.
the game.
Oh, it's tremendous. Please tell me you guys noticed that. The first episode, Barry, they show Barry Switzer and he flips off the camera.
I seen that too. I was like, is he really flipping off the camera?
And
What's happening?
JB, immediately I had to go look, and he's 87 years old, dude.
Jeez.
I hope to God I'm that guy at 80. Number one, I hope to God I'm still here at 87. But number two, I want to be that guy. I want to be that guy that flips people off
He's
at
in great
87.
shape, too. Did you hear Jerry Jones say, man, you look good? He's like, yep, I'm still here, Jerry. I'm still here.
Yeah.
I even like Jerry Jones now. I can't believe I'm saying that.
I'm not going too far.
I like him.
Whoa.
Sorry.
Can we pump the brakes there? No, I'm not going there.
I ran into Barry Switzer at the Giants Stadium Super Bowl, the Seahawks and Broncos. I was going in, just got off the train, and I ran into him. He took a picture with me.
Oh, no
Sweet
kidding.
Guy.
I
Sweet
think I
guy.
think I told you guys at the Hall of Fame game when the Browns came back. It was '99. I had my media credential, and I was down on the field. Jerry Jones, like literally standing right next to me, and that's why I told people if you had an opportunity to go, you could not believe like these like legends are like in your general proximity, and you don't even have to be like down on the field. I had my dumb media pass, and Maz, I think I told you. Every woman there was screaming Jerry Jones' name.
Wow.
I love you, Jerry. Jerry, And this one woman's going, Jerry, you're the best. Jerry, you're the best. And he turns around with that Jerry Jones cheesy-ass smile. He knows what he's doing. He goes like this. He goes, I know. And I'm like, okay, that's pretty cool.
He's fabulous.
That's pretty cool. That's all right. You know, that's to have that much moxie. That was.
I've got Jerry Jones sound on Micah Parsons, by the way.
Oh, from him and Michael Irvin? Can we play that?
No,
real quick?
not on with him and Michael Irvin, but with him talking about how the negotiations are going, and it doesn't look good for Micah and him. Does not look good. We'll do it after the break.
Yeah, we can get to that. Got to get to two ranked teams playing at noon tomorrow. I don't care if it's in Ireland. I don't care if it's in Bora Bora. I don't give a shit if it's in my backyard. Real football's on tomorrow, man. Well, actually, I'd be really happy if it was in my backyard. Then I'd cook like barbecue for everybody. Hey, appreciate you guys.
K-State's favored, by the way.
Always jumping in the chat. Appreciate you guys with the super chats. You go to the front of the line. Certainly want to read a lot of your comments this morning. There's so much going on. As I said, I am like in a great mood today. Going to the ball game tonight. We don't have to put up with any more of that preseason bullshit after tomorrow. Are you kidding me? Come on, let's go. Let's bring the best season, the fall season, upon us. JB, where are we going?
We need to hear from Jack's Car Wash, but first let me clear up some of these super chats. We got $5 from Silas. He said, if it sounds like the type of overreaction the NFL would do that turns around and bites them, fifth was too far to send a message. Third is fine, but fifth for SHEDEUR Sanders?
I agree with you. That's like, for sure he was going that second day, right? Of
course.
And when he didn't, that's when the flags went up. That's when the flags went up. So you're absolutely right, man.
Another $2 from Silas. He says Colin is being a homer slappy with that list. He also sent in another $2 saying, you guys are making me work today, but Coward is a Seahawks fan.
Yes, he is.
Yeah, I'm trying to.
That's probably why he has him so high.
Help me, give me the. Okay,
His
I'm a
wife's from
Lions
Michigan,
fan.
by the way.
Okay, I'm a Lions fan, all right? But I would be the first guy to tell you when the Lions sucked that the Lions sucked. And so, therefore, over the course of my life, I got the term hater more times than you could shake a stick at. And I think it's a dumb and lazy comment. And my response to that would always be, you're right, I am a hater. I hate that we are fans of a woebegone franchise. I hate it. And we're not a woebegone franchise anymore. Like, both things can be true. You can still be true to your team. You can still be a fan of your team, but you can acknowledge, hey, they aren't good. I don't get it. I've never understood that. I'm sorry. I think both things can be true in a big way. I truly do.
I think the Lions will move up the herd hierarchy pretty soon. Give them a couple games.
I don't care.
I know.
Like, I really don't.
But it's fun. It's sports
Oh,
radio.
yeah. I love reading this shit.
sports
Oh,
radio.
yeah. But the Seahawks aren't good.
No, they're not Lions good.
Sorry.
Neither are the Broncos.
Yeah, I gotta agree with you there. And finally, one from BD3. He sent in $2 and said, you can call him by his new name, Sean. It's okay. It's Blowjob.
Yeah, I can do that. Yeah, I can't. I'm really trying hard not to.
I like the way you do it. The guy over there, that's all.
He whose name I dare not mention.
That's it.
You're my enemy now.
Yep, we know.
It's still, I'm sorry. There are a lot of weird things that happened this year, and that's one of the weird ones. Like the fact that there were some people in town that couldn't quite understand why, like, a lot of us just went like that with Ben Johnson.
Yep.
Like, you're with the Bears now, man.
Can't defend him.
Thanks, but I hope you fail miserably. I can't stress that enough. Like,
I just hated that the 36 hours after one of the worst losses in Lions history, he was in Chicago. And basically blowing Caleb Williams and the team that he's inheriting.
I will never blame.
I didn't like that.
I swear to God, Maz, I will never blame a guy for doing what's best for him.
Of course.
If you like, God bless you. I mean this in all sincerity. If somebody called you, say ESPN called you Monday and said, Maz, we want you to come out to Bristol. You're exactly what we're looking for. I would even give you a hug, and you know how I feel about hugs.
I know you hate hugs.
I do not like hugs.
Would you tell me your birthday too?
No. I would give you a hug and say, dude, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Like that. I'm sorry, I'm just not that guy. Like, I don't know what's going on in your life. This might be, the only opportunity that you get. It works out. That part didn't bother me. It's where he went that bothered me. That you're a bear.
Yeah.
I don't blame you for saying no. Don't blame me for saying you're my enemy until you are no longer a bear. Like, it goes both ways, right?
I think he's going to always be an enemy now.
You can't blame a guy for taking the job. I don't. You can't blame me for saying, screw the Bears. Like, anything Bear, you are my enemy. That's it. Sorry. I don't have any Bear friends. A new guy could come in here, hey, man, we hit it off, we're having barbecue, and hey, dude, who are you a fan of? The Bears. Out! Get out of my house! I'd make him puke up the barbecue.
You do love Walter Payton, though, right?
Walter Payton was awesome.
Yeah, he's different.
He's different. He was fun to watch. He just seemed like such a good guy, too.
Fabulous.
He really did. He just seemed like such a good guy. All right, JB, where are we going?
One quick one that came in from Dante 151 199. Sean, call him Dick Johnson. It's just that easy.
Oh, that's good. All right, Dick Johnson. That sounds cool. That sounds cool. That's fine. I can do that.
All right, Maz, we need to hear from Jack's Car Wash.
Hey, man, I'm heading there. As soon as I leave here, right across the street here is Jack's Car Wash. There's two of them right here on Woodward. Woodward Sports and Jack's Car Wash have partnered to hook you up with a free car wash, guys. All you got to do is, thank you, Sean. All you got to do is text WSN to that phone number above, 888-522-1729. Enjoy top-tier service, free vacuums, compressed air, mat cleaning, the whole works. Join the Unlimited Club. I'm part of that. I got 2 cars in that. Take advantage of all the perks of being a member. Over 40 locations. You can go twice a month, and it pays for your monthly. Of course, you're not going to do that. You can go twice a day if you want to. Upgrades for interior cleaning are available. Go to jackscarwash.com and check a location out near you. If you go to one of the new ones, they have that magic carpet. You don't even have to just pull your car in, and it takes your car in. You don't have to squeeze into those little grooves. You don't have to hear your tire go, squeal. You know the whole 9 yards. Check it out. Text now and shine on.
Why do we fight? We fight to protect the innocent, to hold the powerful accountable, to bring the oppressors to justice. Why do we fight? We fight to secure and preserve our civil liberties, to get each and every one of our clients the justice they deserve, and to make the lives of real people just like you whole again. ThenFights.com.
Woodward Avenue, the first paved road in America. Woodward Sports, the first sports network born in Detroit and made for Detroit.
How do people feel about getting a Planet Fitness membership for $15 a month? How do they like working out in a clean and spacious gym that's filled with equipment for every workout? And how about free fitness training in the judgment-free zone that leaves them feeling energized all day long? Join Planet Fitness today with the free PF app, online or in club, and start getting that big fitness energy for $15 a month.
A ton of fun, a ton of sports, and a ton of man meat. Welcome to the Woodward Heavyweights, live daily 5 to 7 p.m. on Woodward Sports.
It's electric.
It's the Great American EV Sale at Feldman Chevrolet. With over 800 EVs on the ground, it's the largest selection in the state. Drive home a 2025 Equinox EVLT for just $159 a month, or a 2025 Blazer EVLT for only $179 a month. But hurry, the $7,500 federal tax credit disappears September 30th. The countdown is on. The Great American EV Sale is here, only at Feldman Chevrolet.
We don't like to brag that we are the toughest sports network in Detroit, but we do have a guy named Darren McCarty on our side. Woodward Sports.
All right, law has 3 letters. Ven has 3 letters. Coincidence? I think not. Justice means different things to different people. Whether it's a settlement, a verdict, justice is always worth the fight. If you've got a case, contact the fighters at Ven Johnson Law today. Get the justice you deserve. Tough, tenacious trial lawyers. That's Ven Johnson Law. All right, welcome back in. Lots of stuff to get into before we get out of here. All right, let's blow through it quickly because we have to give time to find out what's trending with JB Smoove. Do you have the Jerry Johnson, Micah Parsons stuff, JB? What?
He calls him Michael, by the way. He never calls him Micah.
Jimmy Jones.
He can't say Micah.
Jerry Johnson.
Michael.
All right, yeah, that whole debacle. Jerry Jones talking about Micah Parsons.
How close are you to getting a deal with him?
Mike is a great player, not a good player, but a great player. He knows more than anyone that it's a team thing. And so I know everybody's tired of hearing this, but you've got to put this puzzle together so that you can have some other people out there playing with Michael. That's the art of the deal, and that's why we're trying to get done. And we're trying to make this thing work. But we have all the appreciation in the world for what he can mean to the years ahead. We're proud to have him.
In the spirit of not doing the old mother-dad deal. How many times have you seen the little rascal so clever go in there and mama told him, you're not going to get it. And goes in to daddy, who only sees him after 5 in the afternoon, wants to love him, and says, you can have it, son. You can have that before dinner. And he goes back in and says, Mama, Daddy said I could have it. That's the old mom, dad, been around since the beginning of time. I'm not going to go for that here. That's what's happening.
You're not going for it?
I'm not going for it. No. But we've had a very, very strong negotiation. Now, by the way, frankly, it wouldn't have made any difference what the negotiation was. Guess who has to be comfortable for this to work?
Micah.
And who else?
You.
Hello. There's not room for a third. There's not room for a third. This will be a good one.
I love him. I'm sorry.
Do you remember what I just said about Lane Kiffin? That's my exact feeling about Jerry Jones. I don't like him, okay? But I need that. Like I need air, food, water, and shelter. I do. I need that. What a shyster. Gosh damn.
Listen to me. This couldn't have happened at a worse time for Jerry. Now listen, I'm going to keep bringing up this Dallas Cowboys special because in this special, there was a year after the first Super Bowl that Emmitt Smith held out. He wanted more money. He wanted to be the highest paid running back in the game. Didn't happen. He sat out all the camp. He sat out game 1. They lost. He sat out game 2. They lost. They were 0-2. And Jerry looked around. Jimmy Johnson looked at him. They got a deal done. He became the highest paid player. What do you think Micah Parsons is going to do after watching that special?
Yeah, I think that, what did they go, 12-2 the rest of the year?
Yep.
12-2 and then won the Super Bowl.
Won the Super Bowl.
Yeah, it's amazing how.
0-2.
By the way,
changes your view.
Super Bowl MVP that year, Emmitt
Smith.
Yeah, it's amazing how Hey, can you bring up this very quickly? The Notre Dame Leprechaun logo and the change that they're doing.
This is for football only.
All right. What?
If you notice anything, like a lot of companies are changing their logos as of lately.
Cracker Barrel changed.
Cracker Barrel just changed theirs. They're doing slight adjustments to their logo.
All right, you know what? I know what people think about Notre Dame. I say this all the time. You need to go see a game there. I know you hate them, all that stuff. JB, can I be honest with you for a second?
What's up?
When they trot out in the field in those Kelly green jerseys.
Oh yeah.
My pants come down.
I know.
No.
I really do.
It's historic.
It's historic.
Yep.
It just is. It reminds me of being a little kid and like, oh, they're going with the Kelly Green jerseys.
Joe Montana?
Oh, my gosh.
Oh, no. Do you remember when they changed at halftime?
They never lose in the Kelly Green jerseys. The reality is they lose all the time in the Kelly Green jerseys. But, no, it's unbelievable.
Sean, there was a game that they changed into the green at halftime and came out and won the damn game. Don't ask me about what game it was. It might have been the Cotton Bowl, but they came out at halftime with different different jerseys. Yep, I like it. The regular Leprechaun is a great logo as well, and they use that for all their other sports. But this is the football Leprechaun.
Iowa State, K-State tomorrow noon. Yes,
Hands off.
Yes, college football. Oh, they'll be off. They'll be off. I'm going to have to keep my hands on JB like when I'm at the cider mill. No, nobody needs to see that at the cider mill. But the second I'm home, they are coming off. You know you're going to watch it. You know you're going to get high, and you know you're going to watch it, right? I mean, college football's back, man.
I'm crack a buzzing.
Yes, I'm totally in.
Yeah.
Maz, you're watching, right?
Of course.
Okay.
Of course.
Okay.
It's either that or baseball. Well, I could watch baseball. Tigers play tomorrow, I think, in the evening. So I think that'll be fine.
Remember when Matt Campbell was going to be the next great coach?
Yeah.
Remember when people were actually...
I wanted him as the Michigan coach.
I was about to say, when people were actually suggesting that they get rid of Jim Harbaugh and bring in Matt Campbell. Do you remember that?
I do. I was one of them.
Yeah. There were... Well, at least you admit it.
Yeah.
Half this fan base, no, we were always all in, man.
Is he still good?
Do you know what I think? Do you know what I think your answer is? The fact that he's still at Iowa State should tell you everything you need.
Yeah. I even heard pro jobs with his name.
In today's gazillion-dollar business, I think that should tell you everything you need. I think Iowa State wins tomorrow.
Hey, before you get off college football.
Iowa.
Yep, I'm taking Iowa State.
Actually, I'm taking K-State.
That's the dog.
Okay. Yep, I'm taking
Iowa
the dog.
State's getting 3.
Give me the 3.
How about the over, 51.5?
Under.
Yeah, I'll
Okay.
shoot the under.
I'll take the under.
In that beautiful green grass of Dublin? Irish Spring?
It's going to be a heavy run game, I'm feeling, tomorrow.
Yeah. Yeah.
Before we leave college football, I've had this on for the whole week. Michigan got another 5-star.
Ew.
They got the number 1 ranked running back, Savion Hyder.
Derek Green, what?
Savion Hyder.
What,
Just
Derek
put
Green?
it out there. No. Savion Hyder, not Derek Green.
Okay.
This kid is supposed to be the real deal. Listen, I've watched his videos. I've watched his film.
Sam McGuffey.
Heisman. YouTube sensation.
I hear that they've got the inside track on the nation's first 6-star.
Really?
Milky Waters.
Ooh.
They've got the inside track on Milky Waters out of Tacoma East. And that would be the greatest signing ever.
He chose the Wolverines over Tennessee, Ohio State, and Georgia.
You remember I made that up.
Of course you did.
20 years ago. Yeah. I got so many people on. I made up a guy named Milky Waters who went to Tacoma East.
It's like Sid Finch for the Mets.
Yeah. Milky Waters.
Like Ricky Stenicki.
You guys, like, seriously, he might be that guy. He might. This is what I always let's caution people. Derek Green, remember him? About a decade ago, everything you see right there about him, this kid out of Virginia was supposed to be the next big thing. And I'm serious. I think he got maybe 3 carries in his entire time at Michigan. If you want to fact check me, you can. But I mean, you never saw the guy. And I say it all the time. Yes, obviously you want these types of guys, but these people that think that it's a foregone conclusion. It drives me up the wall. It's like, are you new to this? I don't quite get it. All right, JB, you ready to do it?
Oh, yeah. Let's hear from Feldman first before we
All right, I can tell you about Feldman because, again, I've been a customer at Feldman. Got my daughter's car at Feldman. There's one probably in the vicinity of you. You got Highland. You got New Hudson. You got Livonia, you have Lansing, and you have Novi. That's where we go. This month's specials include the 2025 Silverado 1500 Crew. Lease is only $189 a month. How about the Equinox, the LT, the 2026 Equinox LT? Lease for only $219 a month. Great service. There's a reason why so many people keep coming back, but you better act quickly. This ends September 10th, so get your butt out to Feldman Chevrolet, Michigan's #1 Chevy dealer.
All right, let's hop into What's Trending. Shout out to Gold Crown for sponsoring What's Trending with me, JB Smooth. Fellas, I got something for you guys right here, because I don't know if you guys know this, but Olive Garden is bringing back its beloved all-you-can-eat pasta.
Wow.
The never-ending pasta bowl is back starting Monday.
Wow.
It is back at all Olive Gardens right now, and they're giving you that same price, $13.99.
That's really good, man. But by the time you get to that, I'm already full because I've eaten, 2 baskets of bread. I had the salad, and the girl even brought me the tortellini soup, the chicken tortellini soup, which is unbelievable. Unbelievable. That's some good value at the OG.
There's something to be said about all-you-can-eat places, man. There aren't too many left anymore. There really aren't. True story, they used to have all-you-can-eat KFCs. Do you remember that?
Wait, what?
Yes, they did.
They
had all-you-could-eat KFCs in the early 90s.
This must have been at Michigan State only.
No, I got kicked out of the KFC.
I got kicked out of the KFC.
Like, legitimately. I'm not making this up.
Sir?
I got kicked out of the all-you-could. It was just down the road from our rink at Farmington and 96. And we were eating, and, like, the manager came up to us, and he goes, "You guys got to go." I'm like, what? Why? You're wasting food. Do you see any waste of food? No. You got. I go. You're all you can eat. He kicked us out.
Oh, that's great. Were you eating the legs? What were you eating?
Everything. Come on. After a hockey practice? Come on. You're eating like a pig.
I like the Colonel. I do.
I love the Colonel.
I like the Colonel.
I salute him every day. He's an
Amen.
American hero.
He is.
And shout out to the Colonel.
Please
man.
leave the Colonel alone, woke nation. Please.
Yeah, that's not going to happen. You guarantee that logo is going to change. But, Sean, tomorrow, week 0, all gas, no brakes, and 0 brakes for this little kid.
Oh,
Jesus. As he crashes into the wall.
Come on, man.
Did you see his little body?
Oh, look at that.
Oh, my gosh.
He's
He
Gumby.
bounced back up, though. He's
I'm
good.
Gumby, damn it.
Tough kid.
What was he thinking?
He got back up. He's all right. He's fine, everybody.
That kid, he loved Evel Knievel. No doubt about it.
Do you know what it reminds me of? I got to be careful because they used to call it something different. But do you remember back in the day with the WWF, like Little Beaver, and they would have the Wee People wrestlers that would come out?
Oh, the Wee People.
Oh, yep. The minis, yeah.
The Haiti Kid.
Yep. I remember those.
When they would watch. Big John Stud just threw his little body.
I remember those times.
Oh my gosh, look at it.
Wow.
So bad.
His little body. Okay, enough. One more time.
All right, and finally, I will end What's Trending with this because I know everyone is getting ready for their fantasy football drafts. But have you guys ever had to kick someone out of your fantasy football draft?
Oh.
They did. And they sent them off with a farewell, a goodbye, fit for a king.
Why did they have to kick him out?
I think he was just done with the league. So they just we just got to kick you out. They sent them off. Farewell.
It is a sad day. It's a sad day. I think I told you guys I was in a league for 30 years. And COVID was, there was no way I was spending amount of money in a year where if a guy sneezes, he might miss 2 games.
Facts.
So there was no way I was spending.
Did you love the Washington-Pittsburgh Wednesday game?
I actually did.
Me too.
I actually did.
Me too.
But no, you know what I'm saying? I mean, if you're gonna it was $1,000. Why would Why would I spend?
How many guys?
11.
Oh.
So, well, including myself, 12. Why would I spend $1,000 in a year that you knew guys were going to be coming on and off and on and off the COVID list? And I told you it was the best. Little did I know, not playing fantasy that year reminded me how great it was to not play fantasy. So you guys were sending the text around. Was it yesterday?
Yeah.
Couple, yeah.
All right. Who wants in the league? Did you notice one guy didn't respond?
I got called out, so I'm like, okay.
Yeah, but what is that, number 8 for you? How many leagues are
No,
you in this year?
I was only in one, my
Oh,
family
really?
league. I quit like you.
Oh.
I quit like you. I don't want to be in, but
my Sundays are so much more enjoyable now that I'm not. I never thought I'd say that. Never. And if you enjoy it. I'm not calling you out, okay? But I will say this. If by some strange chance you decided not to play one year, I don't think you'd ever want to jump back in. Like,
No.
I don't want to now.
No.
Like, oh my gosh.
I just want to watch the game and enjoy
Right.
it.
I forgot how enjoyable it is just to sit and I'm not like this the whole damn day. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? Look at it. This
Unfortunately,
line
that's
up and
me.
that line, right? Like, no offense. If you like it, like it. Hell, I did shows for years, okay? Best decision I ever made was to stop playing.
I love fantasy baseball. That's my very favorite.
I think it's the best
It's
variation.
without a doubt
I really
the best.
do.
You play every day.
I think it's the best variation.
It's my favorite. I'll never give that up.
That's too much
Never.
work for me.
I love it.
All right, listen, have yourselves a great weekend. We will be back on Monday. KG will be back with us. Enjoy all the shows today. Thanks for tapping in all day tomorrow. Thank God it's the last preseason
Go
game.
Lions.
We are going to be
Week 0.
celebrating. We are going to be celebrating week 0 and the cider mill. Hey, listen, just have yourself a great weekend, okay? Talk to you Monday. Peace.
See you guys.